Hi, I am the Nancy Drew Fan 1, and I am playing Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, Part 8. 7 other parts. We're just chucking right along. Alright, so we just finished talking to Red Knot about the red-tailed hawk. Now before we do anything else, I like to look at my PDA and see what we've done. So I can check off mentally that we checked with Red about the last one, the red-tailed hawk. But we haven't done the 3 above it. And since there are 2 about asking Ranger Akers or Jeff Akers about stuff, let's go ahead and go make it morning so we can talk to Jeff Akers. Does that make sense? Good. Because hopefully it does. Making it morning, going to the morning. Oh, it's the morning, I'm refreshed. Oh, okay, let's go hop in the motorboat. Alright, so, Jeff Akers, let's talk about him, you know. He's a ranger. He's very strict. At least that's what Sally thinks, and Em thinks, and I don't know what Red Knot thinks. Why don't we ever know what Red Knot thinks, huh? Alright, well, here it is. Good news. I have found information on your mystery woman. Thank you so much. Is she still alive? Her name these days is Vivian Whitmore. She lives in Las Vegas, and her number is 702-555-9137. Have you gotten the results back from that water sample I gave you? I meant to call the Department of Health today for a status report. But frankly, I've been way too busy. Sounds like Moon Lake could use 2 rangers. If I were in charge of just 10 more acres of parkland, they'd give me an assistant, and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land, and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most popular parks in the state. Why didn't the Parks Department buy the Malone property instead of Sally? She outbid them, the cheapskates. Well, if those dogs scare Sally away for good, other people are bound to think twice about buying the place. The bank will lower its price and you'll have your land. You're insinuating things again, Miss Drew. I'm sorry, I really am. It's just that Sally's my friend, and I'd really like to find out why someone's doing this to her. Tell you what, if you're serious about making amends, there's some boxes by the computer labeled with dates. They're from the estate of a local history buff. She kept everything from newspaper clippings to old photos to recipes for apple crisp. She put everything in envelopes, then numbered them by year using Roman numerals. Just put the envelopes in order by year with the earliest date in front. Oh, and if you're rusty on Roman numerals, there's an entry on them in the computer. Okay if I read what's in the envelopes? Don't go reading anything until you're through, or take my word for it, you'll never get finished. Thanks for all your help. Not a problem. Alright, so now we're given an assignment, but currently, I would rather find that last bird, the red-tailed hawk, before I get into all those Roman numeral stuff, like, you know, that stuff. I just want to find the red-tailed hawk, because, you know, make sure that before you find the red-tailed hawk, that you have given Ranger Akers the water sample, or at least primed the pump, okay? Just remember that. Well, I don't see any hawks, but this is probably the tree Red was talking about. At least it was the tree. That sounded like a hawk. I need a camera. There it is. I need to get a picture of it before it flies away. Yay, we got the last picture. Woohoo! Hey, what is that hawk standing on? That looks like a speaker. Oh no, fire, fire. I better get out of here. My arms and legs are tied. I can't move. At least I can kick. If I could just get that stag down, I could use the blade to cut the rope around my wrist and free my hands. Alright, so the first thing you need to do, make sure you do it in this order, is click the shovel, then click the gas. Okay, what did I do wrong? Okay, try clicking the gas again then. Okay, so now it's on fire. Now move it the other direction, and it'll set that on fire. Now click the gnome, breaking its head off, and click the lever twice. I thought it was once when I was filming this. And then it burns down the ropes to the sky, so I could cut the ropes off. Well, Nancy can get the ropes off her hands and legs. Amazingly, while still tied, she can somehow cut it. I don't get that. I can't just let this thing burn up. I've got to put it out. Alright, so this is why we had to prime the pump. Go over to the pump and get the bucket, which is in our inventory, and you need to put water in it and take it with you so that you can burn the fire out. So let's put it right there on the venti thing and pull the nozzle. Alright, so now we got our water. But we better hurry before the whole shed explodes, burns down. That was the word. What in blazes happened? I saw the fire from my platform and came running. You weren't in there playing with matches, were you? I was looking at birds, and then I noticed something on the house. And the next thing I knew, I was locked in the tool shed and somebody was setting it on fire. Whoa, you're not making much sense. Probably smoke inhalation or something. Come talk to me after you cleaned yourself up and gotten some sleep. I need to tell you something. Somebody tried to kill you? I didn't say that. Somebody knocked you out, locked you in the shed, set it on fire, and you think they were, what, just pulling a prank? Wake up and smell the hustle vibes, Nancy. I guess it's just hard for me to believe that anybody would consider me to be that big a threat. I should have never let you stay there by yourself. Sally, I'm fine. I feel bad about your tool shed, though. Who cares about the shed? It was full of junk anyway. I'm glad to be rid of it. That's kind of the way Ranger Aker saw it, too. He showed up right after the birdwatcher did and ticketed me for burning refuse in a manner that endangered park property. Urgh! That man is insufferable! Emily was nice, though. She came by right afterwards and said she wouldn't leave until I drank the tea she made for me. Look, Nancy, one more time. If you want to leave, just say the word and I'll come get you. Sally, one more time. I'm fine. Well, then promise me you'll be careful, okay? I promise. I'll be in touch. You better. And that's it for this walkthrough.